All right, these are some strategies for factoring a polynomial. Number one, you always want to look to see if there is a greatest common factor, which we call GCF. And then number two is to look to see how many terms there are. If it's two terms, it could be the difference of two squareds, the sum or difference of two cubes. If it's three terms, you're looking to see if you have a perfect square trinomial. If you have three terms, you could see if you could factor it by t-chart or the AC method, or if it's four terms, then you'd want to factor it by grouping. And then you want to make sure you completely factorize your polynomial. So here's our first example of that set. Look for the greatest common factor first. In this example, you can factor out a GCF of 2x. So what you're left with is x squared plus 4x plus 4. All right, now inside that parentheses is a trinomial of leading coefficient 1. You can factor it again as x plus 2 and x plus 2, which is a perfect square trinomial. What are the factors of 4 that add to 4? So you can write it like that, or final answer could be x plus 2 all squared. Next example, there isn't a GCF in this, and there are four terms. So the hint for four terms is to try and group it. So if I group these two terms together, there isn't anything in common, but if I rearrange the terms, so something like x squared plus 8x minus 25a squared plus 16. I would get like terms here, but no like terms there in the second group. So that also doesn't work. So a grouping method will not work for that problem. So the next choice is to see if we can come up with a trinomial. So I'm going to take these first two terms along with this one. So x squared minus 25a squared plus 16. Sorry, I meant this term here, sorry. Okay, so there's my trinomial, and then minus 25a squared. These three terms make up a perfect square trinomial. So what are the factors of 16 that add to 8? Well, they are 4 and 4. So this will become x plus 4 and x plus 4. And then minus 25a squared. And now we can group those as x plus 4 all squared minus 25a squared. This is now a difference of two squareds. So this is your a term, and this is your b term when you have it perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just erase this to save me some room as 5a all squared. So we write it as a minus b, and then a plus b. So there it is, completely factored.